Old Elias lived where the sea whispered secrets to the shore. His cottage, bleached by salt and wind, stood sentinel over the restless waves each night. Long after the other boats had returned to harbor, Elias would push his small skiff onto the inky water. He wasn't chasing the silver flash of fish like the others. He sought the quiet, the company of the stars and the vast, breathing ocean. His heart held a quiet ache, a loneliness as deep as the sea trenches, remembering a family lost long ago. To a storm's fury, the rhythmic pull of the nets, the creak of the oars. These were his lullabies. Now the moon, his silent companion, cast a shimmering path across the dark water, a road leading nowhere and everywhere. One exceptionally calm night, the moon hung low and impossibly large, a luminous pearl bathing the world in ethereal silver. Elias cast his worn net, its coarse fibers whispering as they unfurled over the gunwale. It sank beneath the surface, cutting through the moon's reflection, like a knife through silk. When he hauled it back, his old muscles straining against the familiar weight, he expected the usual tangle of seaweed or perhaps a few startled crabs instead. As the net broke the surface, the water cascaded off it, not in dark droplets, but in rivulets of pure, liquid light. His net wasn't filled with fish or weed. It pulsed and glowed, holding captive a swirling, radiant pool of the moon's own essence, shimmering like 1,000 captured stars. Elias gasped, his calloused hands trembling. He reached in, half expecting the light to burn or vanish instead. It felt impossibly cool and smooth, like water woven from starlight, slipping through his fingers yet leaving a tangible warmth behind. It clung to his skin, glowing softly, and filled the little boat with a gentle, otherworldly radiance. The ache in his heart didn't vanish, but it was suddenly bathed in this incredible, calming light. It felt like hope, distilled into pure luminosity. He carefully gathered the glowing strands, marveling at their weightless beauty, a treasure more precious than any haul of fish tears. Reflecting the captured moonlight, traced paths down his weathered cheeks. He rowed back to shore, his boat a beacon gliding silently over the dark water, trailing phosphorescence like a comet. S tail. Villagers, roused by the unearthly glow emanating from the harbor, gathered on the sand, murmuring in awe. They watched, hushed, as Elias carefully drew his skiff onto the beach. The net, still brimming with shimmering moonbeams, lay in the bow like a captured piece of the night sky. Elias breathed. Marta, the baker, her voice thick with wonder. What magic is this you've brought from the sea? The children crept closer, wide eyes reflecting the soft silver light, their faces filled with innocent amazement. Elias didn't speak of profit or king's ransoms. Instead, with hands still aglow from the moon's touch, he gently lifted the net. To everyone's astonishment, the moonbeams flowed like liquid silver, not spilling onto the sand, but coiling and swirling around his arms, clinging like luminous silk. He walked slowly towards little Finn, whose eyes were wide with wonder. Elias knelt, and, with infinite tenderness, draped a shimmering strand of pure moonlight over the boy's thin shoulders. Instantly, Finn's face transformed, lit not just by the glow, but by a profound sense of peace and wonder. A soft gasp rippled through the crowd as the cool, gentle light settled around him one by one. Elias moved among his neighbors to weary Anna, burdened by years of toil. He offered a glowing shawl that seemed to melt the lines of worry from her brow. For grieving Thomas, mourning his wife, Elias laid a gentle band of light across his palms. Thomas clutched it to his chest, a silent sob shaking him as a long-missing warmth seeped into his bones. The fisherman shared the moonbeams freely, a radiant thread of solace passed from hand to hand. Heart to heart, the beach became a tapestry of soft silver light, woven into the very fabric of the villagers' worn clothes and weary spirits, transforming the night into a sanctuary of shared comfort. When the last strand was given, Elias' net lay empty on the sand, just coarse rope once more. Yet the village itself seemed to breathe differently. A profound, shared quiet had settled over them, a luminous peace that lingered in the air. Looking at the faces around him, no longer shadowed by hardship, but softly illuminated by shared wonder and unexpected grace, Elias felt the ancient loneliness within him finally loosen its grip. The immense, gentle moon watched over them all, its reflection dancing peacefully on the now calm sea. Elias knew this night, this impossible gift of captured moonlight, would forever bind them together in its soft, enduring glow. A reminder that even in the deepest darkness, light could be found, shared, and held close. He smiled, truly smiled, for the first time in years, the moonbeams now dwelling safely within their hearts.